Hey everybody, it is Wisp, and I'm turning 25 soon. I hear it's a big year, whatever, thank you, that's great, I'm hoping to have a lot of fun. But it's also made me reflect, and I wanted to take this time to think about and talk about just some things that in 25 years have been part of my life, but have never found resolution. I'm still kind of on the edge of my seat and wondering about. So, that's what I'm here for today. So, coming in at number 10, it's that feeling when somebody introduces themselves to me and says their name and I don't remember it 2 seconds later. It seems so disrespectful, and I don't at all mean to hurt people. It's similar to how somebody can very accurately describe somebody, like down to the finest detail, and I have no idea who they're talking about until there's a personality trait. So somebody introduces their name to me and I don't have a trait about what they like or who they are. It doesn't really work. Don't know why. Feels weird. Feels like I should just remember the names because I do care, but here we are. So number 9, I am wondering what Stonehenge is. It looks like giants' rocks toes. Like the toes of a giant made out of rocks, like a golem, but like but like his toes. But not like regular, but like long and thin, like golem toes is what it looks like. And that's one of those things that I mean, I know nobody's figured it out, but I haven't figured it out yet. So that's on my list. Number 8 is that weird place where something like a gimmick or a joke will stop being funny, and then at some random point it just hits and it's funny again. How does that happen, and why does it happen? What part of the brain makes just the repetition or the remembrance or knowing exactly what to expect of a gimmick, and that makes it funny? That's weird to me. Coming in at number 7 is that feeling of walking into a room and forgetting why you're there. We are supposed to be like the apex predators, basically. Humans have all of the conditions set. We should be the scariest creatures around, and yet we will forget why we're in a regular room. That's weird, and that's not left my system. So that's definitely a solid pick for number 7. And so number 6 is that I can be talking to someone and having a great conversation and then zone out when what we're talking about is both more interesting to me and more fun because I don't know what I'm going to think next. But instead, here I am thinking about a conversation I had with myself 10 times, and I know the exact outcome of I don't know why I get to those points, and I feel like it makes sense for number 6. And number 5 is this theory that a color could look one way to you and another way to me, but since we were trained to call it by the same name, we'll never know. So what I see is blue, you see is yellow, but we both call it blue, and since we always have looked at it and said that's blue, that's what blue is. Does it matter? I don't know. We all have different favorite colors, but what if we all have the same favorite color, but we call it by different names because it looks the same to us but has different names? And I'm sitting here thinking that your favorite color is orange, but actually, you like the same green that I've seen. You can't prove it wrong. Number 4 is a very similar thing, and it's just what shirt do you picture me in? And I think about that for several of my friends, and it's weird because even now, picturing my friends, I have to force myself to think of what shirt I see them in, but it's not like I see my friends shirtless, and it's not like I just see their heads. Like, I see all of them, but then you're like, what shirt are they wearing? And I'm like, oh, well, I don't know what shirt they're wearing. Does my brain just have like a modesty cloth? Do I not think of a shirt, so I just put a modesty cloth over my friends? Or is it just so generic and undefined that it doesn't ring out to me until I'm forced to look deeper? And then when I do look deeper, what creates the shirt that I've seen my friend in? Like, did I see them in this once and think, you look dang good in that shirt? Or is it just a shirt that I like, that I know they own? What makes that happen? And why aren't they just wearing a shirt? And do my mind friends ever change? Is it always the same shirt? I don't know. Because by the time I think about this again, it'll have been a long time. Number three, I am putting when the whole world just turns black for like less than a second. And you're like, oh wow, I just blinked really fast. And then your friend is like, hey, did the whole world just turn black for a second? And you're like, yeah, it really just did. And then your friend's like, hey, me too. And it makes no sense that you both just synchronized blinking. Like, I know we have mirroring neurons that make us take on behaviors of our friends, but at the same time, for our behaviors to be so linked that we both blinked excessively at the exact same time seems really off to me. And I think a much more logical explanation is that the whole world just kind of powers down for a split second. And I don't know what causes that or why it happens or what function that serves. Maybe we're in a dream and we're trying to keep ourselves asleep. Can't answer it. Don't know. So that's number three. Number two is ghosts. Are they real? No. Do I believe in them? No. Have I seen them? Yes. Absolutely. I lived in a haunted house. I've seen them in the cemeteries. I was forced to walk by a cemetery at night and I saw multiple ghosts, and no, they're not real. And yeah, you kind of make them up because you're scared and your brain's just telling you to see whatever it wants, or because you want adventure or have a call to adventure, so I decide to see ghosts. But then again, what if they are real and I'm wrong? And also, what if I do believe in ghosts and I'm just telling myself I don't? I don't know. What purpose do they serve? Have they ever harmed me? I mean, probably not. Maybe some of those minute things that have happened in my life were because of ghosts. But I feel like no. So, do I believe in ghosts? I couldn't tell you because no, but actually, actively no, and yes. Still unanswered. And number one is, what is my consciousness? What parts of me are me and what parts of me are learned behaviors? Does technology actually help the modern lifestyle? Or are we hamsters in a wheel repeating the same things that people want us to repeat so we don't look at the bigger picture? And is that my thought? Or is that a thought that I've seen other people say and it made me think it? And what collection of other people's thoughts makes up me? How many times do my thoughts have to be based in other people before it's just original thought and it's my own? And also, is consciousness real? So those are 10 things I haven't figured out. My friends are giving me ideas on how to help my channel and my brand grow. And one of the ways they told me to do that was to jump onto trends. And I know top 10 lists are like the biggest thing. So that is what this is. This is me perfectly following a trend. If you liked it, I know another really popular trend is face reveals. So if this video gets to 50 likes, I'll start myself off pretty small. If I get to 50 likes, then I'll do a face reveal. So excellent, and have a wonderful period of time until I see you next. If I ever find the answers to any of these, I will update everybody with what those answers are. Bye.